I need to run the command called Python. So wherever I'm using Python 3, if you're using Windows, please run Python. Okay, so Python 3 hyphen m which venv virtual environment, and give the name of your environment folder. In this case, I'm going to create an environment folder in the name called env. It's a short form for environment. Okay, so which venv, that is for virtual environment. Basically, we are accessing the virtual environment command by using venv, and we are installing a separate virtual environment in the name called env. Okay, once you hit enter, so that will create a new folder called env. Inside the env, we have the necessary bin files where you can have the activate and all the pip3 and python packages inside the bin. If you are using Windows, instead of bin folder, you can find a scripts folder. Right, and you have the libraries which is necessary for our setup tools and everything, and inside the includes, it doesn't have anything so far. Later it will come, it will add it up inside here. Okay, so this is how you need to install the virtual environment. Okay, then so now we need to activate our virtual environment. So activate our virtual environment, you need to get inside the environment folder. So cdenv, cdenv, enter, and let me clear that. Clear. And now over here, if you want to activate it, if you are using a Mac machine, follow the commands just like the way I used to follow here. So source dot slash bin activate, so that will activate the environment which is inside our bin folder. If you are using a Windows, you just need to write the command called dot slash scripts slash activate. That's it. Hit enter, so that will activate it. So this is how it will shows. Once the activator, you can see the environment name before your location. Okay, before your command line, you can see the environment name, the environment folder name. And if you're using Windows, instead of this command, you need to run the command called dot slash scripts slash activate. That's it. That will activate your environment. To deactivate our environment, all you have to type deactivate. That's it. It's common for both Windows and Mac. You just need to write hit deactivate and hit enter, so that will deactivate our environment. So let me activate my environment again, and here we go. So this is how you need to activate and deactivate your virtual environment. Okay, then so let's install all the necessary packages which is needed for this project. So let's install that. So pip install Flask. Of course, we are going to use the Flask, so use the package called Flask, and Flask web GUI. So basically, we are going to convert the website into a GUI, so we need to install this package web GUI, Flask web GUI. That helps us to convert the website into a GUI. Then we need to install PyInstaller. So PyInstaller is a package which helps us to export our GUI completely into an executable file. That's why we need the PyInstaller folder. And we need the Firebase admin, because we are using Firebase, our backend storage. So we need the Firebase admin. Okay, so these are all the necessary packages that you need to download and install. So please press enter and download it and install it. So it's downloading and it will be done in a matter of time, so please wait patient until it gets done. And here we go. So finally, it's successfully installed. It took me 3 minutes to install this packages. So let's move on. Okay, then since it's successfully downloaded and installed, now we need to export this packages as a complete requirements as a text file. So we need to do this for our later purposes. Okay, so that's the best practice to do a Python project also. So all you have to do is to run the command called pip freeze. So if we run the command pip freeze, that will gives you the list of packages which is successfully installed over here. So these are the packages which is successfully installed when it comes with the Firebase and all the PyInstaller packages and everything. What I need to do is I need to, instead of printing it in the console, I need to export it as a requirements.txt. So pip3 freeze. So before that, we need to come outside of the environment folder. That should be in the root folder. So cd space double dot. So now I'm outside of my environment folder. So let me minimize it. So that will create the requirement.txt over here. So pip3 freeze greater than symbol. So freeze all these packages into the requirements .txt. So you can name whatever you want. So I'm just going to give the requirements.txt. So press enter. So that will create a requirement.txt with a list of Python packages which we needed. Look at that. So this is the best practice to create a Python project. All right then, so now let's create our main Python application. So all you have to do is to right click your root folder and create a new file called app.py. So once you created this app.py, and you can see that it's showing the Python version, what exact version you're using, and it's showing it's installed inside our virtual environment. So please make sure that you're currently inside your virtual environment. Okay, so here I need to we need to import a certain packages. So first package is going to be from the Flask. We are going to use the Flask package. I'm going to import the Flask class, Flask, and I'm going to use the render template method also. Okay, so these are the necessary methods that for the time being we need to import it. Then what I need to do is I'm going to create an application. Okay, so app is equals, use the Flask class, open it, and we are going to use the underscore name module. Okay, so underscore name, that is the application of your package, and so the name of the application package. Okay, we are going to use that magic keyword over there. Basically whatever it's starting with underscore, we used to say it is as a magic keyword, and you can read this over here what exactly that underscore name it is. Okay, so now all I have to say, we need to instruct the Flask application what exact the folder of the templates it's going to be. Okay, so what I'm going to say is I'm going to say the template folder, it's going to be templates. So I haven't created this folder, so we need to create this folder in our root directory. So right click, new folder called templates. That's the folder. Inside this folder only we are going to maintain all our HTML files and everything. So that's why we are instructing our application as a template folder, it's equals templates. So save the changes, and right after it, what I need to do is I need to create an API route. So without route, your application, it's not going to work. So it's not much as complicated to creating an API a route endpoint. For in Python, it's really simple. All you have to use this app dot route, and I'm going to say the home route. If it is going to be, if it is the home route, app dot route is equal to home slash, that means basically home. So I need to call a function called define index. Open it, and inside this I'm just going to say return render template, and basically it's going to render the template called index.html. Okay, we haven't created the index.html inside this, and you can see that because we mentioned it as our root folder as a template. So it goes to the templates, and inside the templates is trying to figure it out the index.html. So still we created the route and we haven't accessed our main application. So we need to run our main application. To run it, what you need to do is, all you have to do is to, if the underscore underscore name is equals to underscore underscore main. So every Python file has the package name called underscore underscore main. That's the reason we are using this. So if that name is equals to main, then I need to run our application. So app.run, and I'm going to enable the debug mode as true. So I need to enable the debug mode, and here we go. So this is the basic thing we need to do. So it will try to run this application and it will figure it out this route over here. And because that's a basic route, that will runs a basic localhost route, and it will renders this index.html. We haven't created this index.html, so that's what we need to do now. So go to the templates folder and right click it and create a new file over there called index.html. Okay, so let me change my language mode to HTML because it's using Django template. I need to use the HTML template. So let me change the language mode to HTML, and here we go, and press shift that exclamatory symbol, so that will build the HTML boilerplate code. And here I'm going to say h1 all hi there, say the changes, and let's run the command called Python 3 app.py. So hit enter. So that will runs a certain local host as environment. So if you click copy this or control click it, I'm just copying it and I'm going to paste it over here. Press enter. It's showing a requested URL was not found on the server. Why? Let's go to the app.py, and okay, so it's my mistake. So all you have to do here, at this at symbol is highly important, so that will indicate this is as a route. I forgot it, my bad, I'm sorry. So now you can see it, it's showing the debugger is active and it started debugging our application. And if I refresh it here one more time, now look at that, it's rendering our HTML file. So this is how you need to basically create a Flask application.